pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we're going to do recreation tonight, and Melanie, myself, and Sandy met last Friday and went over the budgets, and we made some adjustments, but pretty much we gave Sandy what she was looking for. But at this point, I think Sandy wants to take the floor and make a statement.
Okay, do I,
You're on. You're on.
You're on.
You're
can
on.
you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. First,
Take your minute.
okay. First of all, I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to meet with me tonight. Especially in the current environment, our residents really need recreation more than ever. I am happy to say we had a successful opening day for soccer this past Saturday. It was great to see both the players and parents outside enjoying the fresh air. I'd like to give a quick history of Pleasant Valley Recreation and what we are all about. The numerous accomplishments over the last several years have been the result of a team effort. I've had the luxury of being able to work with many dedicated people, such as, but not limited to, our soccer and basketball directors, our day camp director, the many volunteer coaches. Without them, there would not be a basketball or soccer league. Our Festival of Lights Committee, our staff, and last but not least, the current town board. In order to hold expenses at bay, the following money-saving practices have been utilized. I now deal directly with the manufacturer for uniforms and jerseys rather than a Poughkeepsie middleman, saving approximately $8 to $10 per uniform over the last couple of years, resulting in a couple of $1,000s of savings each year. We have our annual egg hunt. Unfortunately, that was put on hold because of COVID. Basketball. We moved our Saturday morning basketball practices for our youngest division to the early practice slots during the week, which not only saved approximately $4,000 in gym rental fees, but the parents were happy with the switch also. We added kindergarten to our instructional division. This is the youngest division in the league, which is the program that feeds all the other divisions. We modified this feeder program to be more robust for our young players with additional practices and scrimmages. We incorporated more inter-town games based on division size and need each year. We added end-of-season skills night and all-star games. We started a very successful basketball camp run by Coach Laffin, who was the youngest college men's head coach in the U.S. among his many accomplishments, and he's a Pleasant Valley resident to boot. Unfortunately, we have to limit the number of campers due to gym space restraints. We added a 5-week summer hoops program run by our volunteer coaches, including Coach Laffin, held at the Helen Aldridge basketball courts. Soccer. We added soccer tots to our program, where the parent actively is involved with their child. This is our youngest division, which feeds the upper divisions, and has not only increased our feeder program base, but also increased our pool of prospective soccer coaches, which you can never have enough of. We increased our intertown soccer program to 2 teams with the plans of a new girls U10 team next spring, which would have happened this fall, but COVID put this division on hold until next spring. We started a soccer camp that helps players prepare for the fall season. Day camp. Originally it was 9 to 2, and I was able to add another hour, so now it's 9 to 3. Unfortunately, the school would not allow us to stay any longer than 3 p.m. We are looking forward to many exciting additions to our day camp for next summer that we already have started to plan for. Working with the Department of Health and Arlington Central School District Transportation, I was able to add day camp trips. We added a junior leadership program to our day camp for campers who are too old for day camp and too young for our CIT program. Virtual camp. Due to COVID this year, Pleasant Valley Recreation was a partner in the virtual camp Amped for Camp, which was a group of recreation professionals from multiple disciplines and several counties that combined our various specialties to provide a 6-week, full-day, interactive online program for our children. It brought together many organizations, volunteers, and businesses to provide this free program to our children. Our internship program. This is the second year in a row we have had the luxury of an intern helping out due to my newly formed relationship with Smart Staffing's intern program. This year they provided a seasonal intern that helped out with our maintenance department. In fact, this year's Pleasant Valley seasonal worker was an intern last year in our soccer program. We hope to have him for the next couple of years. Co-ed volleyball and basketball programs for our adult population continues during the winter months. Our summer concert series. Luckily, we were able to provide our concert in the park, which helped to get people out in the fresh air and to enjoy a couple of hours of live music. Festival of Lights. I started with a tree lighting ceremony for welcoming in the holiday season to the Festival of Lights celebration, which brings together a conglomerate of organizations. Pleasant Valley Fire Department, Pleasant Valley Library, the Lions Club, the Rotary 4-H Club, local businesses, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, local churches, and that's just to mention a few. We have activities throughout the day, starting with a pancake breakfast with Santa at the Pleasant Valley Firehouse. The day culminates in a parade that hosted over 40 floats in 2019, ending with Santa in a horse-drawn sleigh, thanks to Don Veet and Sonny. All due to the efforts of our community volunteers who help organize and run the function. And Huck Finn Weekend. That's a 2-day fishing derby held at the Pleasant Valley Trout and Game Club. We now have a volunteer couple who for the last couple of years have added raffles and prizes at no cost to the Pleasant Valley Trout and Game Club. That has greatly enhanced the weekend. I think that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you.
is. Yes.
So,
That was very good, Sandy.
Thank you for your time, for listening to it, but I thought it would help to understand where this budget is coming from.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
That was very good.
Well, and thank you
Thank
for
you.
all that you do.
Yes,
I appreciate that.
yeah.
So I guess it's in your hands now?
I don't really have much of any questions, just due to the fact that I know that you and I briefly talked, Sandy. We tried to move some numbers around, and then you, I know you met with Frank and Melanie.
Right.
I'm just looking at some of the numbers here. The question on the adult recreation, LaGrange gives us 8,300 towards the 17,600 total?
Correct.
Okay, just confirming. So,
In fact, they were going to up it, I believe, this year, but I'd have to confirm the figure, but Christine said she's going to put in her budget 500.
Okay.
So we might have an extra 200 there.
so my question is, on top of, so is it 17,600 plus 80, whatever,
No,
100?
minus.
Yeah.
Minus?
Minus,
Okay,
right.
so that's inclusive
That
of,
will
okay.
lower it, but I
That's what
didn't put it in there because we don't actually have the money in there.
Right, I understand.
It did pass for this year already.
Okay, that was my question, okay.
So could I put in a little plug for my salary?
Yeah,
Of course.
I had originally put in a higher amount that was based on two things. One, because I hadn't gotten a raise in 3 years, so each year the raises were approximately 2%. And New York State minimum wage has gone up 6% every year, which is kind of killing us with, camps and stuff like that. So that's why I had put in a higher amount than, the yellow is mine, the green is what we had discussed.
I gotcha. To that effect, I will say that obviously this is not, the green column that we're looking at is not a final column by any means. I mean, it's the fallback option, so I will say that if, Sandy, I think you're worth it. If I could find it, I would love to give it to you. That's all I could,
And I appreciate that.
I mean, look, once we get down to the fact of the tentative budget's done, then we can really kind of hone down some numbers and whatnot, but at this point,
I know, it had to be looked into.
yeah, no, unfortunately, so. Yeah, I mean, you and I have talked greatly about your budget, so like, I have no real glaring questions. I mean, all these numbers make sense to me.
And I spoke to
Yeah.
Jim,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so,
Keith, any?
Anything, Keith?
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay.
That being said, I think we can adjourn.
Yeah, motion to adjourn. Do we even, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, say second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carry.
Thank you.